Hey, before the video starts, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, as well as take your anti-sad pills, drink some water. Anyway, enjoy the video. How many more of these do I have to do?
I'd like some answers too. A lot of them.
Okay. You guys are horrible at keeping them distracted.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, come
Wow.
take... Alright, well, as awkward as it's gonna sound, come take a seat on the rug. Or in the couch. So, I don't know, I'm only good at lighthearted
thanks.
stuff.
I'll stand.
You guys are awful at keeping them distracted.
Right! Over here.
I didn't know they left.
It's one person of a group of 4.
I'd like an explanation, too. I'd have liked one long ago.
Okay.
Probably the moment you learned who I was.
To be fair, that wasn't that long ago.
Definitely shocked me.
You shocked all
You know
3
what
of
else
us.
I'd want?
What do you want?
Don't hurt him.
I want an explanation for why you get to live.
Technically, he's not.
Okay.
He may not be alive, but his memory is in there. His soul, the entire culmination of his being, is there.
Let me rephrase it. Why do you get to be here when they're dead? When they're gone? Well, answer me! Why are you here?
I've been asking myself that question for a while.
And what answer did you come up with? Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll give you a better question. Why? Just everything. Why?
All right. This is full story. Everything. This will be the last time I tell it.
Well, maybe not the last. Maybe you might have one more depending on how this conversation goes.
Yes, thank you,
Please.
Dylan.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Spit it out.
I didn't have that much growing up. Mother was always out working, Dad always came home drunk. And it was just me. And I guess the only family I ever had was television, movies. But it was something about movies that stood out to me the most. It wasn't the scenery, the design, or anything like that. The one thing that stuck out was the acting. And so many movies that I just stared at the TV for hours watching. The Breakfast Club, Pulp Fiction, Face Off. So many brilliant movies. And it felt like a calling. And as I grew up, I did theater. I wanted to be an actor. Fortunately, not many people saw that. And I got shunned for it, day after day after day.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Until eventually, college rolled around. And, funny enough, that's where I met Matthew. And he introduced me to Marcus. And they were well out of their way at a college with a couple business degrees, and they had an idea. I told them about my aspirations, what I wanted to do, And they gave me a chance. I feel like I could fully express myself in what I always wanted to do. Act. So, when the theater opened up, I was the leading act, while Matthew and Marcus were both the owners. And that first show where I put on the clown makeup, I took this wooden body out, or this puppet, and every single kid loved my performance. I felt like I was on top of the world. I finally felt like I had everything I wanted. Until obviously that day rolled around. It was a normal day at the theater. Everything was going swimmingly. Marcus and Matthew were interacting with each other in the suits. I was doing my show. And that's when I noticed that your father was acting a bit strange. More strange than usual. So, I saw him enter into the employees only room. I followed in after him. I asked what was wrong, and it turns out he was drunk. His suit reeked of alcohol. And I tried convincing him to take it off and go home. But he wouldn't. He kept pushing to keep it on, pushing to keep going. But I knew that's not what he should have done. And then he put his hands on me. He tried choking me. I managed to get him off me, but it came with a price. I didn't intentionally murder your father. That was an accident. And then, the other one, however, was intentional. Matthew heard the ruckus of what happened. He came in, he saw the scene. I tried telling him that it was an accident. And he believed me. And he knew it was. And he wanted to call the police. I tried to tell him not to. But he told me it was an accident, an honest mistake, that the police would understand. But at that moment I realized that if the police were to come and they would discover a dead body, that would have been the end of the theater. That would have been the end of the calling I gained. I didn't want that. So I did what I thought was suitable. And looking back on it now, I didn't realize who I was going to affect because I was only thinking of myself in that moment. Because I cared so much about my perfect little acting career that I realized that I had more than that. And I wish I could have seen that sooner, in that moment. And then afterwards, I called the police, faked the entire story, and I got away with it. That is until I figured out that somebody was watching the entire thing the whole time, and none of us knew it. So, I got arrested, sent to jail, and that was that. That is until I managed to get out of there, so to say. Not by escaping, physically, metaphorically, to lightly put it. And then, somehow, in some odd fucking way, my soul led me back to this. And then, about 20 years, 17 years later, they
16.
They find me in the back room. I get to come back, and then 2 years later, here we are.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. You're lying.
I mean,
I'm
we
nuts.
do have a secondary witness for some of that.
Oh yes, because I trust you now.
I wasn't
person
talking
that-
about me. I can do the thing of we found him about 2 years ago,
Oh,
but
I
we
just
have
trust the
you.
people here so much. The people who kept my father's murderer hidden. You know, yeah, I have so many reasons to trust all of you, but I know there's more to it. You know why else I know? Because he wouldn't do that. You know why he wouldn't do that? Why he wouldn't come to work drunk?
Why?
We were already on thin ice. I was already on the threat of being taken away.
And maybe that's why he drank, so he didn't have to think about it.
He wouldn't risk it like that! He wouldn't risk losing everything for that! For Sherbet, he wouldn't! And the fact that you're pretending he would, just so he can look so much better, like self-defense, right? That's what you want. Oh, you want to seem so
Fine.
lovely, and even your story still sounds selfish.
Blank.
Monstrous. Oh,
That's
your poor
because
little
Blank.
acting career. Your poor
I know,
little
but you need
acting
to.
career. Oh, I'm sure you're so proud.
You were there for it. It's the only thing that we have left. I know. Yeah, I know. I went through this already. Been through this.
I'm through this.
But yes, you're not the only one that lost your dad in that incident. As much as
I
you
know.
think that yours mattered more, because that was your parent.
They both matter. They both mattered a lot.
But
I don't understand.
your only fixation is him. You're not the only one, and I know that.
Fine. You know what? Let me fixate on Matthew a little, because that one you admit. Because I guess you convinced him. I guess you convinced him that it's all fine and dandy that you did it.
Adrien,
I didn't convince him.
Adrien, as
What?
much as you want, there's nothing we can do. You either live
Oh,
with
I
that.
can think of a few things. We
Yeah,
can
and
run,
none
we
of those
can-
actions
we
are gonna
can
bring your
have
dad back.
our revenge.
None of
I
those.
think
All right, then go ahead. We'll make
No,
you feel better.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Well, how about we
I-
think about this then, Adrien? Is that what Marcus would want from you?
I know what the rage does.
how
I don't know.
fucking dare you? You dare sit there, tell us the whole story of how you quote unquote accidentally killed Marcus. And then you killed Matthew on purpose. And then you dare try to calm them down. By
Yes.
telling them is that what Marcus would want.
I never got to know him. I
Yeah,
never
you're
got
not
to
the fucking only
remember
one.
him.
And I'm sorry. I am. And I know that doesn't mean much to you. But I've
Sorry.
spent a long time running away from this. I'm done. That's why I'm not cowering away now. That's why I'm not showing any fear. Because I'm
I
willing to work
want
this
you
out.
to be scared of me. I want you to cower in front of me. That's what I want from you.
And
I
I've
want
spent
you to beg me for forgiveness after what you did.
I've spent enough time cowarding. I'm done doing that. Because I'm not scared to admit it anymore.
Adrien,
What?
you take your anger out on him. That doesn't make you any better than he was. I'm sorry, did you lose your dad too? I don't think so.
No.
You lost time that can be
lost
given back. You're
everything
realistically
that I
immortal.
knew and love.
Yeah, you're not
Don't
the
you
fucking
ever
only
tell
one.
me what I lost. I have known nothing but this life. I wake up 20 years later to my friends gone, my family gone.
You
to
have nothing but
knowledge
time
of the-
left. You are
Nothing
realistically
but
immortal. You and I have only so
Immortal?
long. Yes.
Do you really think that's what
They
I
could
care
have
about?
they could have scrapped you easily. They could have scrapped both of you after that and
I
not
would gladly
continued
Take
anything.
being scrapped over the knowledge that I've woken up to here today.
Okay.
I would gladly take any of that rather than having to deal with a sad, pathetic clown.
Then we can deal with that afterwards.
that
Everybody,
can't
there's
leave
still
him
you still
live
need
with
upgrades.
himself.
There's your upgrades.
You're really fine with this all.
I dealt with this already. You want to go visit my mom? Let's go see how that one
Fucking
goes.
care.
Exactly. You don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. There's nothing that can be changed. There's nothing that can be fixed from this. You take
Dylan,
your
I need
anger
you.
out on you, feel a little bit better. He's not coming back. As much as you would love for him to come back, the closest that you're going to get is sitting in
Why
that
not?
back room. You want to go sit in that back room with him? I've done that too. Fucking all three of us have done that.
I need
He's
you
not
to
changing anything.
gravely understand me here.
I have understood.
I need you to listen and shut the fuck up for 2 minutes. Just because you have come to accept this, just because you have had years to quell over this, does not mean that we get that same luxury. We have had one fucking day. Thank
I
you.
never said
for
that
waking
you
me
have to
up.
deal with it right now. I'm saying dealing with the actions now isn't going to change shit. I'm not saying you
Clearly
need to forgive
he's
him
not
instantly.
fucking listening. I'm done. Why are you here?
You know what?
I'm
She
done.
needs to follow him. Go. You need to follow him. I know. I know.
You know what, Dylan? I know I can't do anything to that pathetic little monster sitting in the corner. Because I know you. I know those two are stronger than me. But I want to be clear. I'm better than him, infinitely. And don't you ever dare compare me to him, ever.
Clearly
You know what?
you're
I was
not.
right. I was right that you're against me.
He's not.
He's not.
No. I could have fired you. I could have gotten rid of you instantly. Instantly.
Yeah, instead.
I
you
didn't.
kept
I
my
gave you a damn
father's
chance.
murderer.
Can you stop referring to him like that?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Did I hurt his feelings?
No, you're ignoring a boss man's. Clearly he's being a better friend than you.
Maybe that's because we're not friends. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, you had good intentions with it. Can't let... Adrien can leave premises. He can't. I have to keep him here. I don't know what he'll do, especially in just anger. I'd rather have him tear this entire place apart than go hurt somebody. She should stay on him, hopefully. If she leaves, then I need somebody else to go with him. And unfortunately, I'm not letting you go because that's not going to feel anything. I don't trust you to go. And this doesn't seem like a good time for Eminem. I may need you two to go with him. You can take Doodle or Scribble, somebody that just is better off. But there's the couple that we rely on that we can't use. Okay?
Will that stop them from wanting to hurt everyone
I
here?
don't see them hurting you. Him, maybe. That's not fair.
Oh, it wasn't fair the
Unfortunately,
fact-
it's circumstances. I'm sorry.
I didn't exist before. You're second generation, so technically...
You two will be fine. It's me who they want.
And they can't have. You've been on guilt.
I know. Just let me take a
Don't have security. Can you protect me?
No, I think he's more protecting me.
Fair enough. I don't need protection for this.
No.
I don't.
Let's go.
I meant what I said. I'm done cowarding.
I know.
If they really want to kill me so bad.
Not gonna let him, and you know that.
I know, but if they really want to try, they can.